Okay. So once again, I am Jamie Mickelon, and I'm the 2D teacher for the Academy. It's my 4th year teaching at Larkin and my 15th year teaching high school art.
I am Carrie Brandon and photography teacher at Larkin High School, and this is like my 15th year, 16th year at Larkin, and my 17th year of teaching.
And I'm Sean Murray. I teach the 3D portion of the Academy, and this is my 16th year at Larkin, 20 total teaching.
So our emails are listed here as well. If you guys have any further questions, please feel free to send us an email. So our Academy students wind up eating lunch during 7th hour. They eat the first half of 7th hour, and they have about 25 minutes in order to eat their lunch. And then they come down to the Academy and they spend their time with us for the second half of 7th hour and all of 8th hour. So they get a period and a half with us. So they're in the Academy from 1:35 until 2:55 each day. Carrie, do you want to talk about the rotation?
Yeah, sorry, hold on, let me get rid of this here. Okay, so this is our typical rotation. It may change per year, but typically what we do is we have our students for a trimester, and then that group of students will rotate to the other areas throughout the year. So for instance, freshman year right now, Ms. Mickelon has the freshmen and they're drawing painting, so she will have them for the first trimester. Then the freshmen will come to me for the second trimester, and then the third trimester they'll rotate over into Mr. Murray's class. All 3 years, freshmen, sophomore, and juniors will do this rotation. Once they go into the senior year, they choose to be a part of the AP class, and that AP class could be a drawing class, a 2D art and design class, or 3D art class. And this is where they get AP credit for college. And this is where they get a majority of like their significant amount of work done in this class.
This is just a brief kind of outline of the 2D, so the drawing and painting curriculum that I have developed. So in freshman year, we use graphite and colored pencil, and we look at the concepts of observational drawing, color theory, and figure proportions. Sophomore year, we look at practicing with charcoal, pen and ink, and acrylic paint. We focus on portraiture, texture, and mark making, as well as abstraction. And then junior year, we work with watercolors, oil paints, and mixed media. And then our focus is on landscape and working in a series. Here are a couple of images of our classroom. So the one on the left is kind of from the back looking forward, and the one on the right is from the doorway. So we have nice big spaces that allow the students to really kind of spread out. They have nice sized desks that they're able to work at a larger scale as well. These are just some images from our Academy students from the past. I'm just going to kind of quickly flip through some of these. These are our current juniors. These are their still life drawings from when they were freshmen.
Okay, and this is my photography curriculum. Freshman year, we do have them work with a single lens reflex cameras and traditional film and paper. So we do darkroom, and we will in the darkroom they basically learn the basic concepts there and processes, and then we get a little bit further into manipulation of those processes. Sophomore year is when I move into digital photography with them. So they will learn the DSLR camera and go further along with the concept of different techniques in digital, but also just understanding how photography works and everything continuously with that. Then we also move into Photoshop along with the DSLR because there's there's a lot of similarity between darkroom concepts and Photoshop. So we're going to bridge that gap. And then also we go into manipulation as well with that. And then I even further go with manipulation of the media in junior year along with digital. And if they want to go back into analog, which is traditional photography, they're able to do that. Okay. This is the our classroom for photography, and it's really small because I have multiple rooms in my classroom. So this is the dark room, and you can see there's two different sizes, and these are the enlargers and the where all the chemicals are. So. And these are some photographs of past students. Actually, this one over on the left-hand side is one of our seniors right now. And this one on the right-hand side is one of our old sophomores. And here's some more sophomore, junior photography and freshmen. And these are some AP class photos that they've done. So for me, when I teach my AP, it's not just photography. They can incorporate other material into their photos. So for instance, this one she's got, her concept was coffee. So she did actually use coffee stains and staining and grounds. And then this one over here on the left or on the right, she did multiple material fabric along with one of her photos that we printed out, and we put it on a bigger canvas. So it's really kind of interesting as the techniques are being put together and different materials are being put together for 2D AP.
Okay, this is the ceramic sculpture curriculum, and freshman year and sophomore year, we're trying to get the fundamentals of clay down. So fresh, predominantly hand-built techniques. Sophomore year, we start off with hand building, but I introduced the pottery wheel to them. I want them to get proficient in clay the first couple of years. And then junior year, I started to introduce a variety of different medias. It could be wood, foam, plaster, some metal, just kind of give them a mix of it. And then hopefully the idea is when they become seniors and they're choosing an AP concentration, they have had enough variety to kind of hone in and concentrate on one particular media. And that is a picture of the ceramic studio. A very large, very nice room. I've been in all the other ceramic and sculpture rooms in our district, and I think by far we have the nicest setup from the whole district. And here's some examples of the, from year to senior year, there's you can see on the right hand side a wood sculpture, the other side is foam and plaster. Here's some ceramic pieces. The koi fish on the right was from a junior from last year. That's foam and plaster, and the left side was a senior from last year, her pottery. Again, the cardboard is from juniors from last year, and the right side is from senior from last year.
So when students are seniors, they have to choose an AP concentration, and students, you know, there's multiple benefits here. If a student decides to go into college and pursue art and they get a certain score on their AP portfolios their senior year, they can test out of some of those beginning courses for colleges. Different colleges have different requirements. Typically, students have to get a 3, 4, or 5 on the AP portfolio in order to test out of college level courses, but that way they're saving money. Students can need to decide which AP portfolio they would like to pursue. So they can pursue an AP 2D art and design portfolio. Some students choose photography, some choose to use media in a way that shows their understanding of two-dimensional design. which is a little bit of what Mrs. Brandon was talking about with, it doesn't have to always be photography. It could be incorporation of other materials and things in there as well. AP drawing is going to focus on a student's ability to render form, their mark making, their composition of their drawings as well. It doesn't necessarily have to be drawing either. It can also be painting. And then AP 3D art and design portfolio could be a wide variety of materials as well. Students have to create a minimum of 15, they have to have a minimum of 15 digital images for their portfolios for AP. And we really do work on it for most of the year in order to develop a really, really strong portfolio. At this point, this will be our 4th year teaching AP, and we've had 100% passing grades with AP, which is a 3 or better. So at this time, I guess we want to know what questions you have about the Academy. Feel free to speak verbally or to put them in the chat. I think I can hear someone talking, but I'm having a hard time hearing.
I see a hand up for Ron Hope.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
All right, excellent. So with the school, how it works, of course, it's all regular classes, the first part. Then they get to their lunch period and then they go to the special hour and a half, basically, correct?
Correct.
Okay. What time is Larkin's normal school time?
7:40 in the morning till 2:55 in the afternoon.
And that's true of all of the high schools. They're all on
Yeah.
the same schedule.
Oh, same schedule? I didn't know that. Okay, thank you. I'm good.
We have another question in the chat. Do applicants need to also supply works of art as a part of their application? Carrie, do you want to talk about that?
As of now, I believe that their application is just their application when they, I don't know if we don't really have the interview anymore process because it all goes into a lottery system. So the students can start building up how many, how many like times they can get a ball or whatever. Since if they took an outside class for art somewhere else beyond the school district, they can get an extra chance in the lottery. If they've taken an art class already, they can get an extra chance in the lottery. There's a whole bunch of lists of things that they're able to do in order to get that extra chance in the lottery to get into the program. It is a lottery system now. This is will be our second year for the lottery system. So there is an application process still, but we do not do the portfolio and the interviewing anymore at the school. So.
All that is explained on the district website under our Magnet Academy portion of that. So
right.
The instructions are pretty clear on there.
Ron, do you have another question?
Yeah, I did have another question, actually. It came up with what she was just saying there. In regards to the reference letter, where are we looking for the reference letter? From a previous teacher? Or like she was saying, how if you're in another art studio of some sort, that would be a good reference?
Yes. So it doesn't have to be teachers. It could be somebody that like a family friend or, like it can't be family because that would just be a little sided, but it's anybody that's in the community that they may know, if somebody at church, somebody in anywhere like that they would know that they can do a reference letter for, but we do need 2 of them. So
it could be, anywhere from a previous art teacher to a coach or a regular ed teacher, just not only to speak about their artistic ability, but also like their character and how they are as a student. So that's doesn't have to be from a previous art teacher or anything.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Any other questions?
Did you go through the chat, Jamie? I thought,
I only
That was it.
saw the one in the chat.
okay.
Did we cover everything? We try to go on one field trip each semester, which is another kind of fun thing. We've done everything from go to the Art Institute of Chicago to the Japanese gardens in Rockford to Fine Line Art Studio and done workshops there. So we try to really kind of mix it up and give the students exposure to a lot of different things and opportunities. We really feel like we have a little family within our academy. The students become fast friends with each other. And I think they keep those relationships for their long time, like much further past high school as well, which is nice to see.
Yeah, if you think about it, these students have us every day for 4 years straight, and they're in the same group with those same kids the same way. It's the only class they'll all have for 4 years straight with the same students. So they really do become friends and have a close relationships. We just had 2 students from 4 years ago stop by and say hi to us, and they're still friends, but they were our academy students that stopped by from like last week. It was kind of nice to see them again.
We did have a question. If my child is interested in digital art as well, computer, this wouldn't be the program for them, would it? I think it depends on what type of digital artwork your child is considering. If it's going to be more like manipulation photography, I think this is a great place for them to be. I don't teach a whole lot of digital drawing, but we do offer digital art classes as well outside of the academy, and students typically have at least one additional elective, and a lot of our students do choose to use that elective to also take digital art. When students get to be in AP, I have a lot of students that create their AP portfolio through digital drawing. So I think it kind of depends on what the student is really interested in, what they're planning to pursue.
And the things that we're teaching them will apply to digital art. They're definitely
Yes, I was gonna.
from us and apply it to the digital art, and they'll have the opportunity to take an elective as a digital art elective also. So I wouldn't necessarily say it is not the program for them. I would think they'd benefit greatly from taking or applying for the academy and apply that to digital art.
I feel like it would enhance their digital art, to be honest, because you're learning all the different techniques of drawing and imagery, because I use Photoshop a lot, and you do digital art in Photoshop. So, but the drawing skills that are being taught in the drawing and painting area will benefit everything that they do in digital art. Plus, we do have a huge class, we got separate classes for digital art, and a lot of our students do both because they really do like the digital art, but they like this part of the art, and they can combine it when it comes to AP.
Good questions. Well, if you feel like you have had all of your questions answered, you guys feel free to leave and have a wonderful evening. Otherwise, if you have additional questions, please feel free to stick around and ask. Have a good night.
Have a great night.
The only question I have is that you're going to put this recording and also the presentation on the website then? Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Bye.
Good night.
Was that a question?
Mr. Hall, do you have a question?
No, I don't. No, thank you though.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Sorry.
Oh, no
That's
worries.
You're good.
All right.
Okay.
I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Yep.
All right.
Good night.